I'm getting my jar out of the oven. I'm done making pickles. So I'm
My to-do list used to look like this. A jumbled mess, projects back to back, and I would waste so much time
I do not have room for this here.
Using this AI.
Shut up. Shut up. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Let's scroll down to the live chat. We are public, right? Please let me know we're public. Hey, Tina. So I've got one of my pickle jars. It's been cleaned and I dried it in the oven. So before we can start chopping more apples, whoops, we have to jar up these. Now, I didn't get to these right away, so I put them on in heat for a little bit. When you first take them off, oh, wait a second now. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Oh, God. When you first take them out of the dehydrator and they're still warm, let's get you guys a little bit closer here. There we go. Now I gotta... Oh. Okay. When you take these out of the dehydrator and they're still warm, they're going to be bendable. All right? But as they cool, they're going to get crispy. Right? But the best way to tell if your berries or your fruit is completely dry, especially with berries. Here's a trick I learned. Gracie, hush. If, don't dry your berries until they're crunchy, because you just basically turn them into berry powder, because that's all. They're not going to taste right. They're going to taste dusty if you try and rehydrate them. What you do with berries is they're going to be kind of soft still a little bit. Put them in a small jar right out of the dehydrator while they're still hot or warm. Put a lid on it, and if you see a small jar, and if you see condensation, then they're not dry enough yet. Okay? So let's get these trays ready for our next batch of apples. 20 jars of vegetable soup today. Oh my goodness. I don't can soup anymore just because, see, these are cooling off and they're starting to get more brittle. I don't can soup anymore. It's just as easy to throw it together. And you can make so many different kinds with what you've got canned and dehydrated in your pantry that you don't have to stick to what you just canned. You can, you know, do more, right? I have already eaten one of these dried apples. So, hey, Wendy, you're canning coleslaw. I'm hoping to get a better deal or get a good deal on cabbage at some point so that I can make coleslaw. Like, I can can some more coleslaw. Tonight, now let me know if you want a video. And in a few minutes, there'll be enough people here that I can tell everybody to say hi. But tonight, I had a steak in the freezer where remember the steaks we bought and the roasts? Well, I didn't, the vacuum sealing didn't hold. I'm sorry if I sound a little distracted, folks. Howie's working down the basement and I keep listening to the drill and hoping he's recording this for you all. I forgot what I was talking about. Do you remember what I was talking about, Brar?
Steaks.
Ah, steaks. Thank you, son. Now, push these down in the jar. You want your jar as tightly packed as possible. So, we had a fairly large steak that was, the vacuum sealing broke on it. So we got to use that meat. So tonight, I think I'm going to make a beef vegetable stir fry. And I'm going to stir fry the rice right in. Like, instead of putting it over rice, Once all the vegetables and meat and everything are ready, I'm just going to stir cooked rice in. Hey, Cal Storm, where you been? Soup is great for us. For our lunches, make a sandwich and a can of soup and call it done. Oh, there you go. Truly, I am an ingredient canner. However, I do love the soups. Well, there you go. Okay, well, that makes sense. Like, if I thought Howie would take a pint of soup to work and just, heat it up in the microwave at work, I would can pints of soup. But he doesn't. So, soup is for rainy, cold days. Now, this is a half-gallon jar, folks. And see how far down I can actually press them when I get more to go in here. But we want to get these in the jar as fast as possible because I'm down to one dehydrator, so it's like working all the time. And then just set that aside for the next batch. All right, let's set these trays aside until we need them again, which will be shortly. Okay, and I've got to change my glasses from the ones so I can read the chat. Oh. Need to put my ears on. I can't officiate without my ears. Alrighty. My tea. And some paper towel. So let me know if you guys want a video before and heard a snort and slowly turned around to see a doe and a buck. Oh my gosh. It's not even hunting season. I'm gonna have to wash this frying pan. Alrighty. Yeah, I know. It's quite bloody chilly. Oh. So once again, I have my bowl of water with the juice of 1 lemon in it. Oh, let's see. We're at 53 people. Everybody say hi now. I will give you 30 seconds for everybody to say hi. And then if you got to say hi now if you want to be acknowledged. And then I will pop out the participants list. And say hello to everybody. Let's pull this back a little bit. My shoulder still catches me off guard, but it's doing much better, and so is my knees. Just like that. And then look at, I gotta show you. When I put them in the water, they don't immediately fall apart. So I take my knife and I do this. Wee, wee. It's actually fun. So that's, no, I am not making apple scrap vinegar because I just don't have the time or the energy. Has everybody finished saying hi yet? Nope, that's still rolling. It's still rolling, and when it stops rolling and people stop saying hi is when I'll shout everybody out. Oh no, that apple was a little on the soft side. All right. All right. Let's pop out the participants list and say hello to Kat, Charles Bauer, Evelyn Pohl, any relation to Dr. Pohl, Waldo, Judith French, Kathy Ponder, Kathy Acevato, Kathy Pinkstaff, it's gotta be K. Dean, Cal Storm, Lena K, hey darling, limited access. Lisa Allen, Minnesota farmer's wife. Julie and May, Patricia Furia, Rita's Vet, Robin Rose, Solitary Fairy, Tigger Bouncing, Tina Elliott. Hello, everybody. Okay, let me just pop this back over to live chat. And Juliana, Ariana, and Luca. Are they there, Kathy? Do they want a birthday song? Are they there? Happy 14th birthday. Are they triplets? I bet you love a cooler day when you get them. Yeah, absolutely. We get more cool than warm, so. Not here, man. Yes, they are. Okay, let's go back. Juliana, Ariana, and Luca. Okay. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, don't move the chat. Happy birthday, Juliana, Ariana, and Luca. Happy birthday to you. You're 14. 15 was my best year, my favorite year, when life was pleasant and I was still innocent in a lot of ways, and I had the whole world before me. Yeah, it's a good time to be your age. Well, maybe not necessarily. Never mind. Never mind. Happy birthday. Okay, let's fix this just a little bit more. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it doesn't want to. I don't know if you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, that's a little better. Oh. It is a beautiful day, even though it is damp and chilly. But then, first payment to our firewood went out. And when at the end of the month, we will be getting 2 bush cord or 8 face cord of hardwood firewood. Look at that. There's pink. Look at the pink in the apple. I never know what kind of trees I plant. I know when I plant them, but I don't know. Years later, it's like, I know I planted a Honeycrisp. I know one tree I planted. Hi, Helen. Hi, Waldo. Joan. Well, I don't know what I was about to say. Picking through these. Uh-oh. You got bruises. We'll see if that works. I'm just peeling and dehydrating apples today. Probably tomorrow too. I don't know if you guys want a video on what I'm making for supper. Biscuits and sausage gravy for dinner. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Oh, come on. Fall apart. This apple does not want to fall apart. Oh, that's because I didn't cut it. There you go. Now it'll fall apart. The best birthday song. I love you people so much. I must bake cookies and banana bread today. I know I promised Briar I'd make zucchini bread, but... Oh, yeah. But he's got to go out and find me a zucchini. A fresh, small one. It's cold outside. Well, these are the things, this is called life. I have about 15 pounds of apple left. Gonna can them. I still have canned apples and pears from like 3 years ago. And if these apples survive me getting the munchies, then I will make a pie sometime soon. I call it my pantry stock pie. Why? Because what I do is, okay, gotcha. What I do is I strain a jar of apples and simple syrup, right? And then I put dehydrated apples in the bottom of the pie shell. Then I pour the drained, softer apples on top of the dried apples. And I mix a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cornstarch, and a little bit of butter to the syrup I've strained off. And I cook it till it's starting to get thick, and then I pour it all over the apples in the pie shell, and then I put a lid on it, and I make apple pie. We have maple walnut ice cream. Now apple pie's starting to sound really good. But, oh, I suppose I could use a can of my zucchini. Remind me tomorrow, Briar. I'll use a can of my home canned zucchini. And that will be a video also, because people want to see how to make zucchini bread with canned zucchini, right? I need to respond to the Seeds of Hope Exchange. You got lots of time, Tina. Lots of time. We don't even start giving out the lists of names until November 1st. Okay? So, as long as you got your name in for November 1st, we can start doing the lists. I already have 2 names on mine so far. Hey, Bum Fluff! How's it going? Using canned zucchini is amazing. Well, I like it in just about everything I do. But I haven't done a zucchini bread with it, so I'll do that tomorrow. A chocolate zucchini bread. That sounds like a plan. My baby's going home after his dentist appointment on Thursday. I should make him something. Little something for the baby boy. Well, actually, baby boy now is Bubba. If you get any... Hey, Candy! After I drain the peeled sliced apples or pears, I toss cinnamon, stevia, and alio. Then I place them on the dehydrator. Oh, there you go. I think dried fruit is one of the best snacks, especially apples. Not fussy on just eating raisins for the sake of eating raisins. How are you, darling? Zucchini soup. Do you puree that? I should make a pumpkin soup sometime soon. This bowl, if once filled, should do all my trays. I would like to be able to get 2 half-gallon jars, but it depends. These smaller apples, these really tiny ones, may not be sweet enough. You know what I mean? These may not be sweet enough and should go right into the deer apple bucket. Tweedledee, tweedledee. Give it up, give it up, give it all love to me. Yeah, I'm still singing from last night. Take the little peely part off. I purposely bought milk from the store the other day with 2 days left of the expiration date. Last one they had there, and I know they're going to throw it in the trash, so I took it, and I'll be canning it. I know people who can milk. And they use it for things like, you know, in their coffee or baking or stuff like that. We just don't. I used to when I had goats and milk coming in all the time, and it came out tanned color because there is a certain amount of sugar in milk, right? Natural sugars, and therefore it changes the color when it's canned, right? But I don't see a problem with it. I don't know why they say, oh, you can't can milk when they friggin' well pasteurize it, which kills all the enzymes that help you digest it. So, oh, I missed one. Better eat it. Okay. Sounds like me, they took 1 hour to get one tooth and my face still hurts. Poor Briar. He got 3 stitches in his gum where they took the tooth out. They had to break it in half to do it. And then his whole mouth broke out in cankers from the trauma of it. Like from the physical trauma of it. But he's doing much better now. I pressure can milk so I have it all winter for baking. It tastes different, but I don't drink milk, so it don't matter to me. Well, you don't need milk to make bread. You really don't. But it does make the bread better. You know what's really good in bread, folks? Powdered milk. Powdered milk works really hard. My phone's on, so if it pings every once in a while, I'm waiting just in case my son Arthur phones with Bubba. Because I sent him a note saying, you know, Granddad's home today and he wants to see Bubba. So we're hoping to go down for a visit sometime in the near future, in the next few weeks. But firewood's got to be paid for first. Yeah, it's been a month since I had it out, and it's almost healed. Wow. You can zucchini protein pineapple for pies. I've heard of people canning zucchini in pineapple juice. Kelstorm, Bev. Shorten the message. My 2 teeth were taken, but I got electric shock ×3 because they hit the triple nerve. Ooh! Oh, that, I bet you that was nuts. Always use powdered milk in breads. Just started to rain a little. Well, it's been off and on here. You can hear Howie downstairs drilling and... Are you videotaping? Are you videoing? He gets going and he forgets to turn the camera on, and then I get ticked off at him because I want people to see what he's doing. Back when I had my studio downstairs, in the living room down there, the floor started to cave in by the outside wall. And apparently, well, I can't go down there anymore until I get a chairlift or something. But apparently, there was a problem with the vapor barrier. There was a little issue with the vapor barrier when he built the floor that went unnoticed. And what happened is the joists got dry rot. So you all know to I forget now. But anyway, so now he's replacing the entire floor from the ground up. So it's a job that's being put off for winter. You know what I mean? So can't do much with a hot tooth. It was infections. Yeah. They Briar had a pocket under the broken tooth that, you know, was an abscess, but it wasn't infected. It was just there. And so they were really lucky, because otherwise he would have had to take antibiotics and wait for the infection to pass before getting it looked after. So we're really glad he got it looked after. Oh. Love apples. I think I'm almost there for the trays. We will see. My dentist gave me a big front gap. It's that big you can put a bike in it. Well, here's the deal, folks. Soon, in a couple of months, I'm going to get most of my lower teeth removed. And then in January, I'm going to get the rest of my teeth removed. And then my mouth has to heal for 3 months before I can get fitted for dentures. Now, in that time, I probably will not appear with my face on video. If I do, there will be a mask. Why? Because you don't need to see my toothless, face, right? How's it going, baby?
It's going.
Do you know what? We got that steak out because the seal broke.
Yeah.
I'm going to make stir-fried steak and veg and then mix rice right in the stir-fry to get all the juices.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay. Hey, Laura! How you doing on the shot? What shot? What shot are we talking about? I've had dental issues my entire... See, I never had dental issues. I was blessed. I got them pulled and my body feels a lot better. And I never had such nice bought teeth in my life. Well, I used to have beautiful teeth. But now, forget it. They're just... I've got so much bone loss going on that they're just falling out. They're just falling out. I can't wear dentures. They hurt. Well, it'll be a short life on YouTube if I can't wear my dentures. Right? So, people don't need to see my mouth toothless until I get my new pretty ones. You need them to chew. I can't keep my teeth, sweetheart. They're falling out. I can't chew because I have no molars already. What little chewing molars I have are near the front and they're on the bottom with none on the top. So there is no chewing for me. I chew with my incisor teeth and they're being worn down. So I really don't have much choice in the matter. Really don't. I had 2 extra set of canines. Really? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Do a couple more apples and then let's load up the dehydrator. I think I have enough here for the trays. We'll see. Oh, man. Core side. Let us see. I can't eat with them. I had a plate before, but I got to do similar. Back tooth on the lower. See, that's the thing is they say, oh, you should keep a couple of teeth and we'll build, plates around them because they help hold in your plates better. But the problem with that is, folks, is my bone loss. If I go down, if I keep any teeth and they make partial plates, what's going to happen is the bone loss is going to go and finish off the teeth that are left in my mouth, and then they're going to have to pull them, and then my partial plates are no good, and I'm going to have to get dentures anyway. So I am not here to make the dentist a shit ton of money. I'm here to be able to eat. Super long roots. Even my front teeth had 2 roots instead of 1. Wow. Has anyone made cinnamon rolls without cinnamon and sugar, but instead fruit compote? Oh, that sounds delicious. Yeah, but you can't call it, that's true. You would have to call it, Briar pointed at, you couldn't call it a cinnamon roll. I would call it a sticky bun. But a fruit roll. You know what I mean? A fruit roll. So let's get these. I'm just going to stack these on top of one another and then walk that when I'm done, I'll just walk these over to the dehydrator. I was told the implants help with bonelessness. No, they don't, because I have a cousin who had dentures with implants, and when her dentures broke, and the bone loss in her body due to different diseases, her implants were the only thing left in her mouth, and she had posts in her mouth, and they got loose and had to be pulled out. So you'll just be spending more money if you get partials in that situation. I had the same offer and I chose to just pull them. Thank you, Solitary Fairy. That's my point. That is my point. I'm not going to go through this more than once, right? If I get dentures and they break, they can just do another set, right? But if I get partial plates and they break or my teeth continue to fall out, then I have to go through it all over again. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, looks like now, this is why I miss having extra dehydrators, folks. These apples all would have been done by today if my Nesco hadn't lost, I am assuming, the fuse blew. But it's really hard to figure out new fuses. But I'm going to see. I'm going to see if I can't get Howie to put a new fuse in my other one. Sorry, Bev, I started something on dentists. No, you didn't, honey. It's called discussion. We all talk. I mean, how are we supposed to know anything about each other or anything, at all if we don't share the knowledge and experience we have with each other? That's the whole... To me, that was the whole point of starting a YouTube channel, was to share information. The meds I am on are destroying my teeth. I have 3 pulled and I have 3 crowns. So far, I'm getting a partial. Oh my goodness. I fed my sourdough starter, made peach compote, and I'm going to make that today. I'm only worried about the sticky fruit compote burning before the bread is done. Then roll out your bread, right? And put your sticky compote on it, and then roll it up and cut it into your things. But butter your butter your pan really, really well. Okay? Could you use your oven? Well, my oven only goes down to 170 degrees, so technically I'm pretty sure I could use my oven. But I don't necessarily have the proper trays for my oven either. So, oh, yeah, I like marmalade, but nobody in my family does, so I don't make it.
I don't think I've ever tried it.
Orange marmalade?
Yeah.
Oh, Granddad loved it. It's tart and sweet. Running out of wood?
Yeah.
Because of the deck railings.
The deck, I took a couple from the decks. I think that was good.
You got a coffee? Good.
I got a coffee. I'm just about done for the day.
Look at.
Cool.
Cool. I'm getting a bucket going. I don't think I'm going to go through the pears tomorrow, but I don't think they were. I think they were picked too soon, dear.
You got some really nice grounders out there.
Apples or pears?
There.
Well, pick them all up for the deer. We don't need to encourage the bear. Unless, when is bear season? Should check it out. I've never had bear meat, but I've heard that bear meat is the best tasting of all game meats, like red game meats. Doing apples is my current nightmare. I'm half through our tree. Yeah, well, I got 3 or 4 or 5 apple trees. 4 apple trees, one died. And this is and this only one produced this year. But we have to move them. We got to get things better organized, right? They got to get moved over from behind my pool and the shop to over towards the garden where they're going to get more sun and stuff. What is she groaning on about there?
She wants me to throw her bone.
Oh, Gracie, Briar's playing his game.
It's fine. But when I go to take it, she.
Well, that's the get part of the game. She teases you. Come get the bone off me. And then she runs away. I've heard that it's kind of greasy. Well, I've heard that too. But you trim a lot. When you're butchering it, you trim a lot of the fat. You trim a lot of the fat. That bear fat is something that is good. If you can purify it like lard, it's really good for salves and ointments and stuff. However, you can also use it for soap. But you want to make sure you get the smell out of it. Can be pretty gamey and greasy, needs to be cooked right. Well, all game meat should be thoroughly cooked. All. To prevent any transmission of any diseases they may be carrying. I don't even save the bones from deer. Like, I don't make bone broth from the deer bones because I'm not sure. You know what I mean? So better safe than sorry. Is anybody else out there made bone broth from deer? If you have, please let me know and tell me how it turned out. Oh, yeah. Who's leaving? Is that you, Kathy? Are you leaving? Do you leaving? Nope, I ain't leaving. What's the movie, folks? If they soak meat in buttermilk and or vinegar to cut back. Oh yeah, soaking meat, and do that with liver too. Soaking meat in buttermilk will always remove the gamey taste and remove a lot of the rubberiness of things like squirrel and stuff. Bear and deer meat in addition to beef and pork and chicken. Yeah, well, I hear that. But I tell you, unless you raised it, people didn't eat meat. Now, if you lived in the city in the late 1800s, early 1900s, people didn't eat meat every day. It was too dear because you couldn't raise it. Meat was a Sunday deal, right? Somewhere, somebody changed the rules that we should always have a meat and 2 veg on the plate. And that, to me, doesn't make sense. When did it... Aside from the food pyramid, taking some fire, when did meat and 2 veg become the standard by which we have to eat, right? And portions, yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to have to peel another apple or 2. Because this is the last tray. So that bowl, almost full, does a whole tray. Uh-oh, that's bruisey. That goes in the deer bucket. Let's see. Tweedledee, tweedledee. Give your love to me. It's actually give it up. Give your love to me. No need to put onions on our onions. No need to dunk these in the... Look and see, there's pink in there in the flesh. I wonder what kind of apple does that. Because these are going right into the dehumidifier. Oh. And these are going in the compost bucket. Oh. I hope to get at least one more load after this one done. Alrighty. Yeah, what was it code for, Greeky? What was it code for, Fairy? Who said that? Laura. What was it code for? Meat and 2 veg. Oh, got it. Got it. It is doing much better as long as I don't swing it backwards too far. It's doing a lot better. All right, last one. And maybe, nah. I just might continue to peel apples and put them in lemon water, and put the bowl in the fridge. When I grew up, we cooked what my mom ate or went without. I was just, was just never a favorite of mine. Now heart and tongue I love. Beef heart makes the best stew. Yes, that's the only dehydrator I have left is my London Sunshine. So, I'm, oh, I'll be right back. Oh. Alrighty. And I gotta freshen my water. Tweedledee, tweedledee. Give it up, give your love to me. Musical interlude. All right. Two more to go, and then I have to change my water. And with any luck, tomorrow, okay, on. And then temp, 140, okay. All right, folks, I'll be right back. Come on. My water pressure's a bit low. Alrighty. How good. That's in the fridge. In the blue box. All right. Lemon. Oof. 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 Liver dipped in flour and cornmeal. Don't cook too long. That's the biggest mistake people make with liver, is overcooking it. You soak it in buttermilk or milk. You dredge it in flour and salt and pepper. And then you cook it on one side. Well, first you cook the bacon in the pan. And then you put in some onions until they're just sweated. and you take all that out and you dredge your soaked liver in flour and you put it in the bacon fat just until it's cooked on one side. Then you flip it over, and this is in a cast iron pan. Then you flip it over, add all the onions and the bacon back, put a lid on it, and shut it off for 15 minutes. It will be completely cooked and to perfection. Hey, just me. How's it going? All right. If I can get another batch in the fridge for tomorrow. Howie has a 10-cup coffee maker, and he's on his like 5th Keurig. I'm doing better today, Michelle, much better. My mom loved liver and onions, but as the wise woman she was, she only ate it when we went out.
Sounds like Nan.
Well, that's because we've cooked it here, me and Nan, but Daddy tried it, but he could not eat it. Pail. My dog barks, wants to go outside. Okay, Fairy. Hi, Lori. How you doing? Besides, he'll be moving back into the house for winter. So it's going to be he'll bring his coffee maker back in the house with him. All right, now I'm going to go through these apples now because some of these are just not going to be, whoops, put them in the wrong bucket. There's the compost bucket and then there's the deer bucket. Deer bucket is whole apples. Oh, nope. Anything that small is way too sour. And don't ask me to make apple jelly, because nobody eats it. Go through here. That'll work. That won't. That will. That won't. There's 2 different kinds of apples here. Too small, too small. Too green. Too small and green. Too green. No, I got applesauce that I have to actually dump out because it's been around for too long. It's not been around for too long. It's just, we don't eat it enough. Hubby hates apple juice. I don't know what kind they are. I know the flesh, the skin is striped, and sometimes there's pink on the apple flesh. So I have no idea. I probably could have told you when I first planted them, but when your grandbaby is older, mix 2 quarts applesauce with a small box of Jell-O and dehydrate. Grapefruit leather. Really? Huh. Well, guess what? My grandson would probably love dried apples. Why would I add Jell-O? Right? Why would I add something that's not natural to something that's just as delicious when it's natural? I have a steam juicer pot. I love making apple juice for winter canning in jars.
I'd say it's about the form.
Huh?
I'd say it's probably
well, maybe, yeah. When they get older, that sweet tooth sets in. Well, only if you allow it. Yeah, my kids had sweet tooths. You know why? Because they got it. They got candy at Christmas and Easter and stuff like that. So, but now, they eat really healthy because sometimes sweet stuff just doesn't satisfy anymore. Sometimes you gotta have it, but a lot of the times when you're hungry, it's not sweet. It may taste good, but it's not what you're hungry for. You know what I mean? Do Arthur and Briar like fresh vegetables other besides peas? Now that was Briar was the peas. But yeah, my sons love fresh vegetables.
I like broccoli.
Yeah, Briar likes broccoli. He's got hummus. One of his favorite snacks is hummus and vegetables, is it not, Briar?
It's just something I've been craving.
Just something he's been craving, see? Raise them right. And don't, I don't agree with people who keep all sugar and sweets away from their children as they're growing up. Because what might happen is later on in life, they might go,
Binge.
yeah, you're right. They might just binge and create unhealthy habits. So let them have it, but teach them nutrition too, right? Teach them balance. Hey, did I miss anybody? Hey, I have persimmon trees. My deer love them. Aren't they awful sour as like rhubarb? Or am I thinking of something else?
Gotta do it right.
You got to do it right?
Yeah, you have to eat them, I think.
Well, apparently their deer love them. My grandkids have celiac, no mac and cheese or casseroles in their life. And they don't like carbs. Well, I'm starting to say, I've been saying for a long time, our health is directly tied to our food. And a lot of the food today, especially in these tough economic times, a lot of food today that people are trying to feed their families on is more of a food-like product than food itself. And I think a lot of these diseases that are becoming more and more apparent in our young people are because a lot of families have to stretch the budget by shopping at things like the 99-cent store or Dollar Tree for their groceries. Because I know the 99-cent store that we had in Arizona and the Dollar Tree sold food. And I remember going into the 99-cent store with Howie when we were in Arizona, and him saying, look at all this grated cheese. It's 99 cents. It's like, 50 cents cheaper than the Walmart stuff. And I said, look closer at the label. And it's a simulated cheese product. So you got people raising their families on food-like products because that's all they can afford. And of course your body is going to start saying, you know what, I don't like this, I don't like that. Trying to sort out the issue of why, your body tries to figure it out. So it starts making you allergic to shit, right? So, it's all, when it comes down to it, I don't have a lot of food allergies. Why? We eat a lot of natural food. For instance, this weekend on Friday, we made chicken wraps with home canned chicken, lettuce, the tomatoes were from the garden, the pickles were from the garden and homemade, and they were delicious. They were good. And then I ate 3 peanut butter cookies and a half a bag of chips, and the peanut butter cookies were from the grocery store bakery. I was sick all night. Well, not all night, but I wasn't well for hours, and then when I finally threw up, I felt better, right? So, guess what? I'm going to have to start making peanut butter cookies, or Howie's just going to keep bringing home the crap that makes me sick, right? So, If you want takeout, figure out what you want and then make it yourself. All right? And not with food-like products. Spend the extra 50 cents on real cheese. You know what I mean? I'm talking about US. But
Yeah.
I find shopping at any buck store today does not save money like it did 6 years ago. Well, dollar stores aren't dollar stores anymore, are they? Right? Even Dollarama, which everything was $1, as soon as they went up to $1.25, it's like they broke the seal on raising the prices. So now you go in and there's things for $3.50, $5.50, and you know what? What pisses me off is I went to Giant Tiger. I got to tell you guys this. Not Giant Tiger. We were at Maxi, which is like a no-name store, right? And oh, I'm gonna show you. Oh, oh. Now let me show you something. Where is that? Okay. I paid $4.49 or $3.49. It was almost $4. It was around $4 for this roll of garbage bags. Now I was going. This is for my small garbage can. You know my little one in the kitchen that Howie bought me. And this said small garbage cans, so I bought it. I'd like to know, in the realm of what hobbit this garbage bag, what can this will fill. Look at this. It's tiny. And I think, you know, the depth is right, but this isn't good. What kind of garbage can is that size? So when Briar was in the drugstore getting his stuff from the dentist in Hull, he got these. And these were how much, Briar? $1.49? This is what I meant when it comes to small garbage bags that are a perfect fit for my kitchen garbage. Now look at the difference. This just fits. So what is this supposed to fit in? It's a pedal bin liner. Well, my bin, my kitchen's a mess, but there's my bin right there hanging on the door. It's really small. Right? So this was a waste of $4 buying these bags. I still don't know what I'm going to use them for. Maybe shake and bake or something. Who knows? But Briar saved the day.
Yeah.
Briar saved the day with the right size bags and at the right price.
Get like a small waste paper for your office or something.
I have a waste paper basket in my office.
And use those.
No, they're too small. I don't have a garbage can. You know what? These might work in my bedroom one. My little white one.
There you go.
They might work.
That's what
Okay,
I
because
use.
I'd hate to waste that.
Because I have a very small garbage can for my room. That goes with it.
Okay, we'll take them home.
I don't know if I'm living there.
All right, okay.
I don't know what's
Use it for the bathroom trash can.
too big.
Way too small, guys. I have a full-size garbage can in my bathroom.
The garbage can.
The garbage can that almost, you know, that Dad almost ended up wearing Christmas morning. Because we are on a septic, and Kirkland toilet paper does not do well in septics. It leaves a big floating island of paper, right? So I only put down the toilet when I do the number 2, right? So when I do number 1, I just, you know, wipe my bippy and put it in the garbage can. And that way we're not putting as much of the paper that, it gives the paper that's in there more time to break down properly, because it really doesn't. Hey, Ann, how are you? Schluchter. Schluchter? How do you pronounce that? Is it Schluchter or Schluchter? I try to plant every few weeks so I get sunnies blooming when the leaves start turning colors. Well, I've still got parsnips to harvest, and they're not getting harvested till the first frost because they need the frost to sweeten. And I'm hoping I'm going to get at least another picking of beans. And then I'm going to have Howie turn over all the onion and leek beds and see if I get anything out of them. And then I have to finish the celery. The cukes are done. Like dinner. Done like dinner. Yeah, I have a smaller can than what's in the kitchen here in my bedroom. And I can use them for that, as Briar so smartly pointed out. Ooh, look at the size of that. You know, it doesn't look like something perfect from the start. Let's have a bite of this. These have been washed, eh? Let's see. Oh my God. That's so good. I'm gonna get Howie to take a bite. He's coming in. They're sweet with a bit of tart to them. Is that dirty laundry? You gonna put the load in the dryer for me? Because I put a big load on. Howie, take a bite of this apple. Take it. That's one of ours.
I don't like skin.
You can eat that skin. Isn't that delicious? No, that's for the deer, that's for the compost.
Not bad.
Not bad at all, eh? Let's see if I can peel it now that I've taken half the side off it. We shall see. No. Oh, no, it don't want to work. Now I gotta peel it by hand. I eat store-bought apples all the time, but I'm getting to the point where I don't like store-bought food anymore. It's just, you know.
Nothing in the dryer here.
No, in the washing machine, dear.
Not done.
It's not done yet? Okay. That one's for me. Yum, yum, yum. I put the juice of a whole lemon, or like a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice. It depends on how big your bowl is. Like when this is done, I'm going to put a plate on these to keep them under the water and put them in the fridge for tomorrow. And that way tomorrow I can just take the apples off the dehydrator and put these ones on and start on my potatoes. Sorry folks, it takes me a long time to chew even a piece of unpeeled apple. But I don't have any molars, you know. How's things going down there? You done for the day? There are 2 water bottles there too.
I need a couple more 2x4s.
Couple more 2x4s.
I got 3 sheets of plywood done, all the framing done,
Really?
all the paper area done.
Awesome.
Plants.
Did you video a lot of it?
I did.
Awesome.
Even explained
I was just telling everybody how,
square everything is.
well, I was just telling people how the, you know, one little mistake with vapor barrier can, you know, ruin a whole job. But,
It lasted how long?
huh?
It lasted 12 years.
Well, it did last 12 years, you're right.
But it should last a lifetime.
It should. You're right.
But
See the pink in the apple?
I was just a young man, and actually I was on my 3rd house, so.
Yeah.
That's no excuse.
It's not just the 3rd house, Howie. You've helped with a lot of other houses too. Like, remember the basement apartment we lived in while I was pregnant with Briar?
Yes.
Yeah, you pretty much, you redid the bathroom and the kitchen and the living room.
Charlene's apartment building.
Charlene's apartment building, yep.
Anyway, I'm going to sit down and have a coffee.
All right, supper's in a couple hours. If for whatever reason you can't hit the button try licking it to change things up. You're so funny, Freaky. I think one more apple should be plenty for now. I'm picking through and getting the biggest ones first. See, this doesn't take my shoulder. This is a wrist thing. What lunatic running around Kentucky? All right, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Dump that in the compost. What'd you forget?
My coffee.
Your coffee? Here, take this bucket out in the porch as you go. Oh, quit whining. You're going right through the porch. There you go. There's a big bucket out there. Just dump it in it. Oh. Okay. Oh. Mm. Going to do this, see, keeps it under, and then I'm going to put them in the fridge. I really have to go to the bathroom, folks. This is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying thank you for keeping me company while I did more apples today. Tomorrow might be potatoes. Take care, God bless.